Okay, in the last class, we have successfully completed the sole trader, the concept of sole tradership. So, what are the features and what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages of the sole trader firm? We have covered all these things. And in this class, we are going to pursue, we are going to learn the concepts of partnership. So, what is the meaning of partnership? So, generally, sole trader is a single owner firm. Partnership is a multi-owner firm. In partnership, generally, number of persons are considered as owners because all these people are going to emerge funds to be invested and they are going to do the business. Okay, so that is their choice. If every partner wants to do the business, they can go for the conduction of business activities, or otherwise they may appoint one particular person, one particular partner on behalf of all the partners. Okay, like that they may if they are well known to the business activities, they can do the business activities on their own. Okay, they can share the work and they can do their work. Okay, so if any of the partner is not aware of the how to do the business, how to conduct the business, then they may elect one of the partner to look after the business activities, and he will be assigned to do all the business activities, and the remaining all are not going to involve in the business activities. They just come to the organization and see how well the transactions are going on, whether it is in proper way or not, and share the profits. Okay, so like that the partnership will be. So I think everybody know about the this kind of business organization. So technically, partnership is an improved form of sole trader. Okay, so it is an improved form of sole trader in certain respects, where there are likely mind of persons with resources. They can come together to do business and share the profits, losses, and of the business in an agreed ratio. Okay, so where it is a improved version of sole trader. Okay, you can say sole trader 2.0 like that. So where a like mind of people are come together with resources. They can come together with resources. Means I have said number of persons they invest together in the business and share the profits or losses accordingly. Again, agreed ratio. So like that, the partnership will be. And persons who have entered into such an agreement are individually called as partners. These members individually called as partners, and the relationship existed between them is called as partnership, and collectively all the persons together called as firm. FIR, firm. Firm means samstha. Okay, it is an organization. Okay, so next definition of partnership. So according to the Indian Partnership Act 1932, the partnership is defined as the relationship between two or more persons who are having the agreement to share the profits of the business carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. So it defines the partnership as the relationship between two or more persons. It is the relationship between two or more persons who agree to share the profits of business carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. Okay, these business activities may be conducted by all the partners by sharing the works, or any one partner can be done on behalf of all the partners with the consent of remaining partners. Okay, so to do such a business activity on behalf of all the partners, every part, the remaining partner should accept that this particular so and so person is going to look after the business activities. So for which, whether they resulted in profits or losses, we are ready to share them. So like that, that they have to give the consent. Okay. So such a thing is called as partnership. Okay. And next one, features of partners. So features. Partnership is the relationship. Okay, partnership is the relationship. So it is a relationship among the persons. It is the relationship among the persons which resulted from an agreement. Which resulted from an agreement. So this relationship is originated from the agreement which have taken place between the partners, between the members. And second point is two or more persons. In partnership, there should be two or more persons to be existed. Okay. So minimum two members should be there. If one person is existed, it is not considered as the partnership. Okay. It will be considered as the sole tradership, sole proprietorship. If there are two persons, two owners, at least two owners existed, and it is considered as partnership. So that's why in partnership form, we have a partnership form, it should consist of minimum two persons. And next, there should be a business. Means all these people, how many number of people gathered today are doing business, they have to do a business. So that's why there should be a business. Means they have to do some business related activities and agreement. So for these amongst these partners, there should be an agreement. The agreement should be there. So agreement is nothing but on what the terms and conditions they have to agree upon. Okay. Before going to enter into the partnership, they have to agree on some terms and conditions. So those are called that is called as agreement. Next, carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. This business may be carried by all the partners. Means if there are number of partners, one partner may look after the transactions of purchase activities. One of them may look after about the sales. One of them may look after regarding the advertisement or sales promotion techniques. One of them may look after manufacturing activities. One of them procurement of raw materials. Some of them may assign the task of HR activities. Some of them may assign a finance related activities. Like that, each and every person is going to be assigned with different kinds of tasks. It is called as any one of them acting for all or carried on by all. So if it is shared, work is shared like this, then we can say that it is carried on by all. Okay. If all the partners together decided and assigned this particular business activity to one particular partner to look after all these things, then he may carry out the business activities. Then it is said, any one of them acting for all. Any one of them acting for all. So, for such a transaction, in such a situation, which is the task of doing the things is assigned to a particular person with the consent of all other partners, will make all the partners responsible for whatever the activities done by this particular appointed partner. Okay, this particular appointed person. And next one, partnership deed. So, partnership deed as an important thing. So, as a part of features of partnership, we have discussed one point, that is agreement. There should be an agreement. The agreement is nothing but partnership. So, partnership deed consists of the different terms and conditions on which they agree upon. So, see, the written document, the written agreement among the partners is called as partnership deed. It contains the terms and conditions governing the working of partnership. It contains the terms and conditions. What it contains? Terms and conditions. And the following are the contents of the partnership. So, what are the contents? First one is names and addresses of the firm and partners. So while they are entering into the partnership, they have to mention the firm name. So what is the firm name they have assigned? If the firm is having any location, place, then it is called as address. If the firm is placed at a situation, for example, some of the partners may have the partnership without having location. Without location, how does a partnership will be placed? For example, if you see brokers, real estate brokers are there. So these brokers may agree upon different uh, terms and conditions that two or more brokers are going to deal with the activities together. Okay. So, for example, assume that X and Y both are the brokers. Whatever the activity, whatever the sale deed or purchase deed known to X, he share with the Y and Y also share with the X. If there is a such an agreement is existed, then it is also considered a partnership. So for this kind of thing, there is no need to establish an office. Okay, no need to establish an office. So majority of the brokers are doing their brokerage activities through phone itself. Okay, through phone itself by sitting in the home or by sitting by the side of tea shop or coffee shop. They are going to do all these activities. Okay, like that there will be a partnership deal among the partners. The agreement is there. Okay, but the form does not have any address. Okay, like that. Some of the organizations are there, they need office, administration office, manufacturing plant, branch offices, regional offices, like that. Any kind of branch offices, head office, regional offices, and manufacturing units. Okay, so distributors or dealer points, all those things have to be mentioned there. Okay, and names of the partners. Who, how many number of partners are existed? They are to be those names are to be mentioned there, and addresses of the partners. Each and every partner's address where they are going to be reside. And next one, nature of business they are doing. So all the partners together have to do some business, some activity. So that is to be mentioned here. What business they are doing, that is important here. Next, duration. So how many number of years of partnership they want to maintain, they want to go for. So that is the duration. So the partnership may be limited to a particular duration of time period or to the extent of like forever, like that. So the duration is to be mentioned. If it is there is no duration mentioned, they can continue as many years as long as they wish to continue. Okay. And next one, amount of capital of the partnership and the ratio of each partner means whatever the amounts are invested by each and every partner. So how much amount is invested by each and every partner, that is to be mentioned here. Next, their profit sharing ratios. Profit sharing ratios. So here, generally, they have to mention investment ratios and profit sharing ratios. Sometimes they have the different kinds of things or problems are to be arising. Generally, if there is no term relating to the profit sharing, they have to share the profits in the proportion of the investment is made. For example, total investment is 10 lakhs. I assume the total investment of a partnership firm is 10 lakhs. One partner is invested 4 lakhs, another partner is invested 3 lakhs, another partner is invested another 3 lakhs, like that. Then 4 is to 3 is to 3 is the investment ratio. So unless and there is no important. There is no point is existed with respect to the profit sharing. They have to share the profits in the investment sharing ratio, in the ratio in which they invested. Okay, and like that, uh, they may differently agree. They may get a different agreement. Like that, investment is in this ratio, but profit sharing is in this ratio. In another ratio, they will share the profits. Okay, and some of the things are there. We can see regularly see in the market or environment that one person is efficient in doing business and another person is having lots of money. So, but having no experience of doing the business. So, in such a situation, both of they can come together. One person is going to invest money and another person is going to do the business activity, and profits are shared equally shared. So here the investment ratio is 100% by one partner, 0% by another partner. Working is 100% by one partner and another 0 is with another partner. And profits are shared 50-50. Like this, different kinds of terms and conditions are there with respect to the sharing of profits. Okay. And next point, rates of interest to be charged on capital contributed. So generally, the persons or partners are going to invest some money in the business. They have to mention what is the rate of interest are going to be charged on the investments made by them, and loans taken from the partnership. And apart from the investment, bringing cash into the firm, they may take the loans. The firm may take the loans. Partners are going to invest some amount, and the same partner can be given some amount as an loan, not as investment. Okay, like that, there may be a situation. In case of any partner is emerging some amount of loan to the organization, then what is the amount of interest, rate of interest is to be charged on that particular loan taken amount, and the amount of salary or commission payable to any partner. So, amount of salary. Here, if the firm is having number of partners and all the partners are going to share the work, then they may agree on charging the salaries. Okay, because they are going to provide the services. They are not only investing, they are also working in the organization. So, as a person or as a manager, as an employee, he may get the salary. Okay, he may get the salary. So, if any partner is going to take part in business activities, he may get some amount as salary. Okay. Or if any partner is provided a specialized services to the business firm, then he may be charged some amount of commission. So in case of that kind of services are rendered, or in case of that kind of specialized activities are performed by, not with respect to the regular activities, specialized activities are performed by any partner. In such situation, what is the salary or commission is to be given to such a partner, that is to be mentioned prior. And procedure to value goodwill of the firm at the time of admission of a new partner, retirement or death of a existing partner. So here goodwill is one of the important concepts. Goodwill means in majority of the of you may come across the word goodwill. So this is goodwill is nothing but the favorable positive name and fame existed for the company in the market, in the minds of the customers. For example, assume that uh, what is your reliable brand for every product. We believe in different kinds of brands. For example, to purchase a mobile phone, to purchase a mobile phone. In your mind, you believe that this particular mobile is a standard one, and to purchase a bike. So you believe that this particular bike is good. This particular bike is give some mileage, this kind of mileage, this kind of performance, this kind of CC is there. So you have your own brand image in your mind with respect to every product needed by you. That is the good. For example, as a household, you are in need of kirana items, groceries. So to purchase the groceries, you regularly go to a particular shop. Why you regularly go to that particular shop? Because you have that image. You have some belief on that particular person. That is called goodwill. It is called goodwill. So this goodwill is established. This goodwill is increased gradually. At the time of establishment of the firm, in the initial days of establishment of the firm, there will be no goodwill for the organization. There will be no goodwill for the organization. They have to build the owner or partners how to build the positive image of the organization. Okay. So for this, it takes some number of years of time. Okay. That goodwill is to be calculated. That goodwill is to be calculated. For example, in the you have started a business and you have worked for 10 number of years. Okay. So your investment is 10 lakhs. After 10 years, one person came to you and said, my dear friend, you have invested 10 lakh rupees of money and you are doing business and I also want to join as a partner with you. So if you permit me, I also invest half of the amount. And he said like that. Means he is ready to invest 5 lakhs of rupees of money. Will you accept? No. Will you accept? Whether you are in need of money, will you accept? No, because you have worked out for 10 number of years. Okay, in the initial stages, there may be a fear of getting lost. You have bared that, you have resisted, and you uh, bring the organization to this stage by overcoming number of obstacles. Okay, so after facing number of problems, you have emerged some name and fame in the market. Okay, some name and fame in the market. So like that, you have built up a goodwill in the market. They have built up a goodwill in the market. So after all these years, all of a sudden he came and asked to have the 50% of partnership without taking any risk because it is well established firm and the firm is running emerging good amount of profits right now. So then there will be no risk. So that's why I would like to invest. Okay. So why does the same person has to come at the time of establishment of the firm? Because of the fear of getting loss, chance of getting risk. So like this, the situation will be. Okay, that's why a person or a partner who is willing to join later in the organization may be charged by the amount in the form of goodwill. Like the same way, any partner who is going to reside from the organization, resign from the organization. In that situation, he may charge goodwill. I also worked out for building such a brand image. So that's why I have the share in the form of goodwill also. Okay, that's why you have to pay for it me. So like that, the goodwill will be charged. So at that time, they have to decide what is the calculation method of deciding that this particular amount of money is considered as goodwill. Okay. So means the to decide the amount of goodwill, we have different kinds of methods. We have different kinds of methods for calculation of goodwill. Okay, we have to decide which method is to be followed for calculation of goodwill. Okay. Okay, minutes students. Okay, like that, the goodwill amount will be charged. Okay, and allocation of responsibilities of partners of the firm. Okay. So what are the responsibilities? What are the activities to be performed by the firm? Okay. So allocation of responsibilities of the partners in the firm. We have to mention that whether any partner is going to do a special kind of activity. For example, one of the partner may having expertise in the marketing activities. He is very much. He is having very much convincing capabilities. Okay, of others. Then he is fit for the sales executive job. Okay, so for such a kind of person is appointed as the sales manager. Okay, so like this, you are if you are going to take any kind of decision, any kind of special activities or special responsibilities are assigned to a particular partner, then that is to be mentioned in the partnership. Okay, one of the person may having the expertise in accounting and finance. He may be appointed as a accountant or finance manager of the organization, and he will look after all the accounting activities and financing activities. And next were procedure for dissolution of the firm. For example, after a particular time period or after completion of a particular task or in case of death of a partner or in case of joining of a partner, like this number of ways partnership dissolved, the partnership is going to be dissolved. It means the partnership is going to be closed. So in that situation, what is the procedure they have to follow? So that is called winding up procedure or procedure for resolution. That is to be mentioned. Next, name of the arbitrator to whom the disputes can be referred in case of settlement. Okay. For example, in case partners have any dispute, they have any dispute. In that situation, they have to decide who is the arbitrator to be appointed to do this particular kind of arbitration activity. Arbitration means it is nothing but nothing but settlement like that. Okay, they have to assess the situation and they have to decide what is the problem and they have to identify the solution for the problem. It is called arbitration. So in finance, with related to the finance activity, arbitration is nothing but reducing the risk. Arbitration is nothing but reducing the risk. Uh, like that. And next one, special rights. If any partner is given special rights, then we have to mention what are the special rights he may be given. For example, some of the, some, not some of the, all the organizations, have to pay some money. So how these amounts are to be paid according to the rules of income tax? Um, if any payment is beyond the 5,000, it must and should be paid through bank. Paid through bank. Otherwise, in some situations, they have something 5 to 50,000 limit is there that should be paid. Uh, that may be paid by cash in the form of cash, but they have to take the sign on a 2 rupee stamp. They have to sign by crossing the 2 rupee stamp. They have to affix the stamp and they have to sign on the that. Okay, like that. So there are some kinds of rules and regulations are there. In such a situation, they have to make the payments through bank. Means they have to issue checks. Who is the signing authority for checks? If a partnership firm consists of 10 number of partners, then 10 number of partners have to sign on the check, then the check space is not sufficient. So that's why one or two persons among the partners or among the board of directors of the company will be assigned as a signing authority. So like that special rights are given. So all this comes under the special rights. Though these kinds of special rights are, if in case of any kind of special rights are existed like this, they have to mention those things in the partnership. Okay. Next, kinds of partners. So partners are different kinds. First one is active partner, second one is sleeping partner, third one is nominal partner, fourth one is partner by estoppel, fifth one is partner by holding out, and last one is minor partner. Okay, these are the different kinds of partners. First one, active partner. Active partner is a partner who is going to participate in the activities of a business and means he is the partner who is doing the business activities. Okay, such a partner is called as active partner. If some of the partners are there, they simply invest the money and take the sharing the profits because they don't know how to do the business activities. So that kind of partners are called as sleeping partner. So they invest the money only and share the profits. That's all. Okay. So for regular time period, at regular intervals, they go and check the organization. How does it is going to function? How whether the accounts are properly written or any that kind of audit is going to be done. Okay, so they conduct on their own and they will share the profits like that. And next one is partner by nominal partner. Third one is nominal partner. Nominal partner is a partner who is just for a namesake. He is just for a namesake. He neither contributes investment, he neither take part in a business. Okay. So he is not going to involve in the business activities and he is not going to take the um, uh, he is not going to invest and he is not going to take part in the business activities. Okay. But as he is having the goodwill, his name is used. Okay, so we say that that particular person is as our partner. So because he is having the goodwill, he is a big shot in the society. So that's why we use his name. Okay, so as you are going to see different kinds of products as your favorite brand ambassador advertise it. Okay, so as the Pawan Kalyan said, you are going to consume the Pepsi. Or as the Chiranjeevi or Mahesh Babu said, you are going to drink the thumbs up. Like that, there are we are going to. So here it is purely brand ambassador. Like the same way, we are announcing, we are saying that we are entering his name in the organization as a partner without accepting money from him, without allowing him to take part in the business. For the using his name, we are going to charge some amount of money. After a particular time period, we are going to give some remuneration to him as he is the as we used his name. Okay, so that's why that's the thing. And next one, partnership by estoppel. So estoppel means by behavior or conduct. So partner by estoppel gives an impression to outsiders that he is the partner in the firm. The fact he neither contributes to capital nor takes any role in the affairs of the partnership. Okay, that is the partnership. And partnership by holding out. So these 2 points are having the nearest relationship. To say simply, partner by estoppel, partnership by estoppel is, though he is not a partner, not even nominal partner. Okay, so he is not going to invest, he is not going to take part in business, he is not going to be entered his name as a partner, but we say that he is our partner. But we say that he is our partner. He know that. He know that. Okay. So we have used one particular person's name. For example, I will explain it with an example. X and Y are the partners. Z is the another person who is existed in the society. Okay, another person who is existed in the society. He is having some goodwill in the market, and A came to X and Y. X and Y represented that Z as his partners to his customer A, and Z, after being known this situation, he remained silent. Remained silent. So for this situation, Z is a partner by estoppel, because unauthorizedly they are using his name. Though he is not being a partner, he is pronounced as, he is said to be a partner. So in that situation, though you are a not real partner, then you have to condemn the thing. You have to say, you have to oppose that I am not the partner of so and so persons. I don't have any relationship. So, but after knowing this, you remain silent, then you are accepted as a partner. And for if in this situation, if A is having, A is got any sort of loss, A has got any sort of loss, for this loss, X and Y is not responsible, Z will be responsible. Because he could not obstruct the X and Y after being known to the actual situation. At least he should try, but he is not even made a try. So that's why he is the responsible for the loss of A, and this amount is to be paid by Z. Okay, so as being a partner by estoppel. And the next one, partnership by holding out. Here, in this situation, X and Y is not going to say he is for this particular person as a partner, and Z himself represent as a partner of that particular business, like that. Okay, so here in this example, X, Y, Z, A, both characters are same, but their characterization is different. So X and Y are the partners, same, their characterization is also same in the second example, but Z characterization is going to be different. So here, in the first example, Z is a person who is having goodwill in the market or society. Here, in the second example, Z is not having the goodwill in the market. That's why he is going to say himself as a partner of so and so firm, okay, and he represented A Z is self-represented as a partner of X and Y. Okay, X and Y. He represented like this to Mr. A, and he made any contract. He made any contract with them, and in this situation, X and Y remain silent. X and Y remain silent. In this situation, in case of any loss occurred by any loss caused to A, in this situation, any loss caused to A by Z, Z is not responsible for that. X and Y is responsible for that. Okay. So like that, partnership by holding out is existing. Okay. So here the representation, who is going to wrongly represent, that is important here. So that is important here. And apart from this, utmost important thing is obstruction from the other party after being known. If you are aware that this particular person is wrongly representing, you have to obstruct. If you don't obstruct, you are the responsible person for the loss of that particular activity. Okay, so like that, partnership by yes token and partnership by holding out will be existed. Okay. Next, minor partner. So minor has a special person. Minor is a special person in the activities of partnership. Okay. So minor is a person who is not attained the age of 18. So I think you are all know about the minor, who is called as a minor. So minor cannot be a partner of the organization. Minor would not be a partner of the organization. So minor partnership or any agreement with minor is ab initio. Ab initio means void from the beginning. You should not do, you should not enter into any sort of contract with minor, irrespective of the education and health. Irrespective of the education and health. Okay. So, like that, minor is a person who is not attained the age of 18, and he won't be considered as a partner, but he can be continue as a partner. Any person who is contracted with minor and doing partnership with minor, okay, so the minor will not be responsible for any sort of losses. In case of profits, minor will have the right to claim his share. And in case of losses, minor is not responsible for any sort of losses, and the invested money of minor should be returned. Okay, by selling the personal assets of the remaining partners. Okay, so like that, minor is a special person. Minor is a special person in the partnership form. Okay, so like this, different kinds of partners are existed, and we will continue in the next class. Please do not log out. I'm going to take the attendance. Okay. So, do you have any doubts with respect to today's class? If you don't have any doubts, we can close the session. Okay, thank you. We will continue in the next class.